Banner University Medicine is dedicated to bringing the best medical care to the Tucson community. Our newest hospital was designed with your health in mind. With 228 private patient rooms, 22 operating rooms, and more than $50 million in patient care technology, your care and comfort are our top priority. Banner University Medicine, making Tucson's future brighter and your visits easier. Now open at 1625 North Campbell Avenue. Online at bannerhealth.com/University Tucson.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to a mean one, a real heel, as cuddly as a cactus, as charming as an eel, live on the most sacred of Luciferian holidays. You're listening to the
Bruce Montalvo Show. What's up, Bruce? It's Jaja right here. That's a lot of blunt, you know? It's like finishing up on Christmas, right?
That's right, on this pagan winter solstice, known as Nimrod's birthday, December 25th, 2015. This year's just flown right by, folks. You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show, and we're broadcasting live from the epicenter of Brooklyn, New York, on this special Christ Massacre, Christ Mass, meaning unknown, because nobody knows what the hell happened, you know, where he was born. He wasn't even born. Could he be a Lebensborn? I don't know. I mean, what is he, Mithra? What is he, Attis? What is he, Dionysus? What is he?
Well, it all depends. I mean,
what is he?
Well, Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, like Jesus, the one that was depicted post-Renaissance after the Italians started painting him, depicting him, portraying him with blonde hair and blue eyes. You know, that might have been a whole different Jesus.
That's the Masonic God, the British God with blue eyes. That's why the Queen gets to have her nice little Merry Xmas next to her chimney.
And Merry Christmas to the Queen, who we're paying taxes to. Merry Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Merry Christmas, like Mike Tyson would say. Merry Christmas. You know, Merry Christ Mass is what I like to say. Merry Christ Massacre. I just hate the damn holidays. Nothing but a bunch of mindless consumerism, like I've said before, like I've said a million times. Nothing but a bunch of fake cheer, freeloaders. But, like I said before, Merry Christmas.
Bruce has real issues. You know, I mean, I'm Jewish. I'm saying, like, I don't really...
Oh, and I'm not. I'm El Gran Sephardim. I just want to have a Sephardim super fantastic Jewish Christmas, but there's even a war on the Jewish Christmas.
Yeah, but you can't...
Now I can't go have Chinese food and see a movie because everybody wants to do it now, son. It's real trendy. It's popular.
Yes, it's becoming popular. You broke my tradition of anti-Jew Chinese food for Christmas.
I was just feeling Chinese food. You know, I hear these fat neocons on air talking about I'm always eating something greasy, you know what I mean? Chinese food. So I was like, yeah, what the hell? I'll have some Chinese food.
But, you know, all in our neighborhood in Fort Greene, Brooklyn, there's really not one good Chinese restaurant. It's really disgusting. And we walked, literally, Bruce and I, like over a mile and a half just to find a place that looked somewhat interesting. And what did we have? We had crispy duck and... eggplant and beef, and it was and we walked it off, you know, walked back. No, but we really made me celebrate it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that was really but we got exercise, so that was all right. It was really warm.
Yeah, because
and it was weird.
Because there's so many fat bastards on Christmas that just sit there and they eat like boatloads of like gingerbread houses, and not just that, but where I come from and Los Angeles, you know, all the freaking paisas are eating tamales, you know, left and right, you know, tamale this, tamale that, you know, and pork's a sin. Pork equals Satan. No, wait. Santa equals Satan. Right? That's what we titled this episode.
I'm not
Santa
kosher.
equals
We're not
Satan.
kosher.
Father Christmas is Thor.
Okay.
There you have it, folks. So much information in such a short amount of time, proving that I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be in alternative media, folks. You know why? Because I got the documents always right here.
It's true, though. But Santa, I mean, look, I grew up,
you mean
Satan? Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, he looks pretty evil. Like, there's a lot. They always make him...
The nigga's wearing red.
Okay, but then he's a Nazi. Because he knows when you've been... He works for the NSA.
That's right.
Santa works for the NSA. He knows when you've been naked.
Oh,
he
God.
knows who you've been stooping, Hillary. So hide those emails. Well,
Hey, you know, a lot of people get really fat on Christmas. They, like, really push maximum density. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, especially Mexicans, you know, with the tamales. You know, I wonder how many LAX tamales, like, they thought it was like a WMD or something. Really, it was just like a pork tamale. You know what I'm saying? You know how many, those TSA guys, they're probably, like, getting tamales out of niggas' buttholes over there. Like, hey, you got a tamale, you're hiding it.
No, just because I was hungry and I just ate it, Holmes.
Hey, Holmes.
I just swallowed it whole, Holmes.
Oh, my God. It's not the only thing. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, did you hear? There's a war on Christmas. There's a war on Christmas.
They're blaming the Jews.
That's right. And I'm a part of it, folks, because I'm exposing this whole Xmas Illuminati wordplay. Okay, like I said, we're going to start off the show with a bang. We're going to expose what others are too afraid to expose. You have Santa equaling Satan. Literally, Santa in Norse mythology, goes back to Norse mythology, folks, equals Thor, the old hammer-wielding god associated with thunder, lightning, storms, you name it, oak trees. That's why the Vatican worships Leviathan, because they worship Thor, and that's why they push this mindless consumerism and this
blasphemic kind
anti-Christ, satanic Santa Claus.
It's perfect for the church. I mean, they totally would push that onto the
kids.
But
just
Santa,
break down.
But it's great for the kids. Listen,
right.
It's a way introducing materialism to the kids, you know, by Santa, and then, you know, having somebody be an authoritarian other than your parents to watch you. So that's kind of very...
That's right. He's pushing the surveillance state.
And also,
watching
the evil, and he's kind of like evil, so... Santa could be bad if he's not going to give you presents. I mean,
and he'll slap you with a stocking full of coal if you're on the naughty list. Or he'll put you on the terror list, which is the naughty list, right?
Well, your daughter was on the terror list.
Oh, God.
Yes, she was on the terror list.
Yes. But I want to talk about the wordplay. That's what's most important. The wordplay is Christmas. It's Christmas. Myth. So you hear Mithra and myth. But Christ... Mass, Christ, massacre. You see the wordplay there, folks. Okay, and this is great. This is great because since I'm a Jew, you know, I'm the one that you people blame for the death of your fake God. Okay, this fairy tale God that was killed by Romans, not Jews. So there you have it again. I'm spoiling your Christmas once again. That's right. But
Jesus, I think that holidays are nice.
Jesus, a.k.a. Mithra. Old Persian, Zoroastrian, angelic divinity.
I believe in angels.
Literally. And then you see the symbolism between Islam, all the major three religions. You see it's all basically a farce. I mean, even in Judaism, as much as I hate to say the story of the Exodus, I mean, Ramses wasn't the pharaoh at that time, so somebody's lying to me there.
Yeah, Maccabees was... Why you got to
celebrate? That was an all-out brawl.
Yeah, it was celebrating a fight.
Like, let me tell you something.
WWE.
If anything, that proves that the Illuminati is real, because the Maccabees were fighting the Masons, who went in and desecrated the Holy Temple with Baphomet heads, which is what the freaking bankers that are Masons and all these bastards do today.
Right, and I found out this week that the original symbol of the Jews was the menorah, but not the Hanukkah menorah.
It goes back... See, that symbol...
It's a 7-candle menorah.
The Star of David, the hexagram, which is basically a ancient Hindu symbol of power and sorcery. See, the Jesuits, the Rosicrucians, they co-opted the symbol, and they wanted it to represent the Jewish people, Judaism. and they did this around 1628.
Maybe
so
there was a way of
how the
victimization.
Alumbrados, these sick bastards, the Illuminati, they co-opted Judaism. They co-opted all the religions, and right now at this time is their great freaking pagan winter solstice. Who knows how much blood the Pope has drank as we speak.
Nah, he don't drink blood. That's just an illusion to make you think. It's just a whole pedophile scandal. They're all, I think it's just what it is. Pope Pedo, Pope Pedo is going to give you forgiveness for all of your sins. You know what? What I believe is that everybody has their own individual relationship with God.
That's the perfect religion.
The Pope is not God, but the Pope is not, and the Pope is not God. And a priest can't forgive you for your fucking
They're
sins.
pushing idolatry. That's what it is. I mean, I'm old school, folks. I'm not for all this idolatry crap. I never have been.
Yeah. Only you could forgive yourself for those sins. Only you can deal with the person that you sinned upon. All right? That's you can't go to a pope or a priest. They're like mafia. They just go, all right, go ahead.
Even the angels
put
in
the money
heaven.
in the
I was
box.
talking about angels in heaven, talking about Mithra. Well, even the angels in heaven don't know when the apocalypse is going to be.
Right.
So how is some stupid man with a fish hat going to tell me otherwise? Okay, but I want to keep doing the wordplay here, okay? The Xmas wordplay. You see, Christmas Eve. Doesn't that sound like Christmas evil?
Yeah.
Christmas evil. You have Silent Night, could easily be Silent Fright.
Holy Night.
Unholy Night. And you just said holy. Again, holy, that's a druid tradition of the holly, the
Magic.
holy, and the ivy, that ritual.
Magic
with
night.
their wands and everything. Exactly, that's what their wands are made
So we
out
should
of.
all be sitting around with candles and and making wishes. Make a wish.
Well, the Pope wants us to have mercy because he is such a George Michael fan that he's telling everybody that the last Christmas is here. And I am the Pope, and I'm going to sing Last Christmas for you. Last Christmas, I promised doomsday, but today I'm going to drop a rod from space. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah, right.
No, that's what he's doing. That
all right.
sick, satanic, freaking bastard dope.
You know what? The people who are worshiping him are worshiping a satanic concept. Okay, whether he's Satan or not, he's not.
This
okay?
whole holiday,
is Satan
this whole holiday is satanic. Santa equals Satan. Father Christmas is Thor.
Well, to be scared
December
of
25th is the birthday of none other than the evil Roman Emperor Nimrod. Okay, for those of you who don't know, and the Rothschilds, the Anglo-Saxon, Germanic, Visigothic, Nazi Rothschilds, not Jews. Now they say they're related to Nimrod.
Okay, but
what do you think
all,
of that?
But this is all Christianity, and what they do is they teach people, kids through fear, to be good. Okay, to be bad or the devil's going to get you. We don't know that in growing up Jewish. Okay, so they know the devil. Okay, they know Satan. Jews don't know that, so that's where Santa comes in. But it's not necessarily a bad thing, Bruce. So they do it so kids can know that maybe if I'm doing good, I'll get a present. So there's a concept it's trying to be portrayed, that maybe if I'm good, I'll get something good. Maybe if I'm bad, whether it's Santa,
I'm not
Satan,
saying, look, folks, I'm not trying to be the Grinch here. My heart grows 10 sizes plus 2, just like the Grinch's heart. Mm-hmm. Okay, I love the whole concept of family. You know what I mean? I do what I can, right, Ja?
Yeah.
And I'm all about the giving nature. But, when push comes to shove, these people in the Illuminati have ice in their veins. And this is all just blatant satanic symbolism. These Luciferians might as well call Christmas their sick, satanic winter solstice Festivus.
I don't know if it goes as far as you're saying it. I think it's also a magical time that people could use it to.
I mean, I got the They Live glasses on 24/7. I see.
Yeah,
everything.
But maybe it's because it's a mystical, magical, occultic holiday that can be utilized for one's own energy or power or wishes. That's why they say.
But you agree that this society is based off of just mindless consumerism at this time, right?
Why is it mindless to give somebody a present?
No. Why is it mindless? They start off this holiday by trampling over old ladies who are trying to buy toasters.
Okay, but that's new. That's very new.
with Wi-Fi in them.
It's newly introduced into this culture. Okay, and that's very...
That can probably spy on you.
But that's not how it's always been. Generally, it's used to be where you give, you enjoy your family. Whatever it is, your family, Thanksgiving. It's that time of year. You go to your office parties, you hang out, you go to your friends' parties. That's what it is. And eating, dancing, drinking, that's just what it is. So it's not really bad. It's just like kind of good. Everybody looks forward to this time of year. So except the people that really don't have any friends or family, and that's very sad.
That is very sad.
They feel bad because...
That's why a lot of people off themselves around this time,
Yeah,
too.
and they shouldn't kill themselves
depressed.
for fake Santa. They should not kill themselves for... They should be...
Oh, it's just pathetic. I mean, people go around believing in Barack Obama. They might as well believe in Santa Claus, too. Right?
yeah, well,
But people go around believing in Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, Bruce entered that contest for, believe it or not.
Do you believe that
we both
I'm basically...
we're sinned. We've sinned. We're
working...
We're two-faced. What are we?
What do you mean I'm two-faced? I'm not two-faced.
Well, I don't know.
Listen to her
we're
dissing
traitors.
me on air, folks.
We're traitors.
No. Stop it right there. I am an Oakland Raider field goal kicker in the alternative media Super Bowl. I'm kicking a field goal for Bill Hicks. So get it right.
So
you mean traitor? Well, they left LA too for Oakland. Okay, whatever.
Whatever. Raiders. You're just a freaking hater.
I'm all about that good money. All right. And anyway, they're
just want to be a
showcasing
player.
Exactly. Look, InfoWars is showcasing my hilarious video on Hillary Clinton's emails exposing how it was all just basically one big gay love affair between her and Huma Mohammed Abedin. And I basically I knocked it out of the park, folks. I said that she was a lesbian, reptilian, Mexican chola robot.
Who painted her eyebrows and stole your tacos.
That's right.
And that's why she's so chubby.
That's right. And
she's got stains on her teeth.
And Donald Trump's so mad that now he's mad because I made that video of him getting schlonged by Mr. Garrison.
So now he reinvented a new word called schlonged.
Yo, that's trending right now.
I just want to know, is that like a specific kind of a dick? Like schlong? Is it a Jewish dick? Is it a long dick? Is it a black?
I think that's
Is it a... Oh.
It's like Madonna over here. I got, who, way, and what coming out of my right. Whatever. You never seen Reservoir Dogs. Anyway, you also entered the contest. You entered the contest as well. We put together
that was the
video
most last minute
Benghazi.
thing I've ever done. I literally made an album cover in less than 10 minutes.
We exposed so much. We put Hillary in a hijab. We exposed that was all just they're whacking military people, journalists, anything to start this fake war with their paramilitary unit called ISIS, which is basically right out of G.I. Joe's Cobra, right?
Yeah.
Anything.
Just some funny stuff, some pictures. You even had some old footage of me when I was on TV on that stupid white rapper show.
Moving and gyrating the hips and all that.
There's a little bit much, Bruce, but we're going to remake some of that and probably green screen some of the imagery. Cause
what can
cool.
I say? I like the way you move.
It was funny, but it was great for a last minute. But the song is really where it's at. It's a very hot track. I've been sitting on it, just waiting for my damage control to be finished. So that's been a slow-mo vehicle, which is fine, you know what I'm saying? SMV, been going through a lot, we got a lot to contend with. But so that's this track just got released. It'll be on iTunes in a couple of weeks. In about like 2, 3, 4 weeks, I'll let you know when it's done. But it's on the pre-mastered copy is on video. Look for Jaja Benghazi, and you'll check out that video. It's funny though. It's cute. But you'll hear the track. Track is proper.
We were talking about the Jewish war on Christmas, and notice how Christmas people are now wanting to go see movies, right? It's transitioning.
I wouldn't go see a movie. These
and
freaking
what
bedbugs
movie
in
were
the
they pushing? They were pushing Star Wars this year, right? Perfect with the whole Rosicrucian Nazi mythology to put just behind the winter solstice at this time.
They give a standing audience. And what's very interesting about the Star Wars, we haven't seen it yet.
No, but check it out. I did spoil Star Wars, though, with the big scene where
Another
Han
video
Solo
that he made, he's taking off.
gets whacked by his son, Kylo Ren, basically an emo kid who's just whinier than Anakin Skywalker in Revenge of the Sith, I heard. But check it out. Star Wars dorks were raging so hard over my spoiler. They gave me like over 100 thumbs down.
Well,
but I got over 13,000 hits.
That's crazy. I mean, look, they wanted to see it. That's their problem.
I basically took a big dump in their cereal. Bong.
I mean, that's their problem. They shouldn't. It said spoiler alert video, though. Duh. That's gotta be pretty stupid if you're gonna go listen and watch it. Anyway.
No, but check it out. They're actually even making real lightsabers now. Like, the technology has advanced so much that we actually are just moments away from the future in having lightsabers.
But I just wanted to mention
you have this Guardian article, Star Wars lightsabers finally invented.
They have wicked lasers. I mean, those are, I think they're
kind
of illegal.
Yeah, and who invented those? They invented it out of Israel, right? So leading technology out of Israel. But really, they figured out some way to bind photons together in order to form a new molecule which behaves exactly like George Lucas's lightsaber design.
I believe that. You know, they have the wicked lasers combination, you know what I'm saying? It pretty much looks like the same thing. Except they've had the technology, they just co-opted and were able to push it out a certain way with the right company, with the right money. But anyway, speaking of not pushing out the movie, turns out that Disney owns the particular copyright for this movie, this Star Wars, and they've made the highest concerted effort in history to block any torrent or hackers or any kind of uploads to any sites, such as Torrent Freak, uTorrent, BitTorrent, Pirate Bay, any of them, ISO whatever. You cannot find it. They leaked some HD cam, and even they went through the efforts of installing special ushers to harass people if they had their camera.
Right.
You know, so they were.
I mean, you couldn't find that movie anywhere online.
Yeah.
Even if you did want to watch it.
I think it's terrible.
I mean, the feds pretty much shut down that whole.
I think it's stupid. I think that
underground dark web movie. Catch all the just MGM unreleased stuff before it comes out.
I have a problem with it. You know why I have a problem? Because why the fuck do I gotta go to a theater to watch it?
Oh, it's full of bed bugs. Why couldn't they put it on Google Plus?
Right.
We're looking for it on Google Plus. I mean,
we would have paid. You know what I'm saying? Like we did with the interview.
It's all part of this whole mindless consumerism.
And FEMA's got to be behind it. FEMA's got to be behind it because FEMA's around the emergency management control. That's what they're about, is moving and shifting people. So if they can hype you up enough to go somewhere, they know they can get such and such amount of people to believe this and all shuttle and hurry. Why the fuck am I going to stand online around these New York City theaters after everybody and their tourists in their hotels transferring bed bugs around when they do have a problem with that? There's no way. I'm not going to theaters. And I'm sorry, Bruce, New York has gotten disgusting since they pulled that crap.
And
you see every other block's got bed mattresses and stuff up
what
and down.
I was talking about, folks. The war on even the Jewish Christmas, where you can't even go have. You could have the Chinese food. Just look out on the side of the building, make sure it doesn't have a B or a C minus
or a pigeon coop,
like, whatever.
You know, sometimes we heard.
But you can't go to the movies now.
But Mike Tyson might be at the top of the place. You know, what I'm saying, with his pigeons.
I don't know about that. They're watching out for those pizza rats out there that are kicking their asses. Speaking of kicking our asses, folks, people want me to elaborate on the Jesuit plot. Okay, Donald Trump's a Jesuit. Why do you think that the Jesuits want to have a leading guy, even if he is a freaking cartwheeling, honking clown, which is going to tap out to Hillary, like I've predicted many times? The Jesuits still, I mean, they've had Jesuits as presidents before. And this is the ultimate Jesuit super weapon. You have the Pope recently saying, "Oh, have mercy," because what he's telling you is that he has no mercy because he's teaming up with the ancient Aryans that are acting just like the Nazis in the South China Sea, the Chinese, who are now about to start working on a super collider by 2020. So there you have it, folks. What are they going to do? This might not be our last Christmas, but they're working on having a last Christmas.
I don't believe it. I'm sorry, Bruce. I don't subscribe to this survivalist revelations, doomsday.
I don't subscribe to revelations either, but this is a major doomsday weapon.
Maybe it's to bust down an asteroid. Maybe it's to take down an asteroid.
And speaking of asteroids, you make a brilliant point. An asteroid is flying right past Earth, or it flew past Earth yesterday or today. Who knows? You know, the Nazis at NASA aren't going to tell you a damn thing.
They'd rather scare the shit out of you.
That's part of the plan. Isn't there always some type of asteroid flying by you? I mean, didn't the Jesuits, who again had Ronald Reagan institute the Star Wars Strategic Defense Weapons Program?
They were supposed to stop that and shut it down. They
tried to do it. It turned into Black Ops. You know the Nazis are running it. So every time you think you see a star across the sky over L.A. or whatever it is, it's probably the Nazis up to their old dirty tricks once again.
Yeah, and most of the information, since they own the media, they're putting out so many fabulously constructed stories. Everything from the alien agenda, which is primarily to give everybody.
And again, the Pope is pushing that, and that's what I'm telling you. This Pope is a monster. Okay, he's got an empty hole. He's got a brain full of spiders, and he's got garlic in his soul.
Okay, but you know what? These people are pushing for years. You know, if certain things didn't happen in history, we could all be freaking barbarians. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I mean, there's certain ideals and. Both in Christianity and Judaism.
Oh, so I gotta worship a guy that's got blue eyes, that is a colonialist, that is forcing you to believe in him or die.
No, I don't. You don't have to. And the fact is that
basically British Masonic fake God.
Do you believe in one God? Do you believe there is a creator?
Mithra?
Do you believe there is one creator?
Absolutely.
Okay. So then everything else is just superfluous then, because it's just stories. It could be stories upon stories that they use to tell and convince people that there is something other than yourself. Or somebody other than the man over there to answer to, and because the man up with the crown doesn't always happen, can't always rule people, because that man with the crown could be killed. So they like to make it seem metaphysical, occultist.
That or they're fake their death like Gaddafi.
Yeah, or they like to attribute a sense of air, a special, a royal, like a just a twinkle to everything, like more exalted. So that's a way to do that. And the only way they could do that also is by keeping people at a certain level. And a lot of it they do with monetary. And that's why it's not monetary war. It's a spiritual war. We're in a spiritual war with the ruling elite. And
there's also a war for your mind. I mean, they MK Ultra certain people out there who they either sign up to be crisis actors on Craigslist like San Bernardino, or they MK Ultra these people like in Las Vegas, who are now plowing down civilians, Las Vegas strip goers, in cars.
What do you think that's about?
What do you think of that story? I haven't looked into it much, but apparently a female killer in Las Vegas. They want to say, I think it's a psyop, because you got these psyop agents out there saying that she was screaming Allah Akbar as she ran over 40 innocent people. I mean, that right there has the clear earmarkings of a Masonic Caliphate constructed psyop.
Mm-hmm. If that really happened, you know what I'm saying? Everything to me,
I saw a mugshot.
Okay, we see a lot of Hollywood movies, and people they fall down all the time in movies. It's pretty believable. It's so hard to distinguish between manufactured news these days and just the real stuff. I don't know what is real anymore. I
mean, look at the names they come up with in the
Budweiser,
news. Budweiser or Trailer Parks.
They're getting their names changed to the most obscure things, and they're putting that in the news. It's really just a joke, actually. They want to just see what the public's going to believe and how far you're going to be swayed. What's going to upset you, what's not. What's going to make you react? How scared are you? What will make you buy something? What will make you shut something off?
It's just psyops all around. It's Christmas beatings. You got Black Lives Matter protesters just being unruly, just socialist, communist scum getting in the way of traffic now, preventing people from making their their flights at LAX, and they're just disruptive scumbags. Really, just Democratic COINTELPRO.
They probably
trash.
just want to slow everybody down to see what they got in their packages.
I mean, isn't it all lives matter? I mean, that's what I don't like about these type of just socialist movements. That's what they are.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not no Aryan Nazi freaking sympathizer here. Oh, Black Lives Matter. No, I don't have a problem with certain people saying that, hey, we're being oppressed by police, but that's happening to all of us, not just certain people.
Yeah.
You understand? But these guys are out just disrupting everybody's holiday.
Well, you know what they did with the weather? It's been really weird, and I'm sure there's a lot of accidents tonight because they dropped it's been extremely
That's another thing.
hot.
What, are they harping us too?
They've been extreme. I mean, it's
How is
New York
LA,
City
how
straight
is
up wearing
LA
shorts and
colder,
a t-shirt.
How is LA colder than New York City on Christmas?
Busting
That's a psyop,
sweats,
too.
taking hour and a half walks in New York, like in shorts. That's what it is, It's like weirdly warm. Every other minute, it's getting cold, like you feel a Canadian breeze, and then it gets like super freaking hot, but like dry chemical. I feel like they're totally spraying bioweapons, geoengineering the entire city, messing with the weather, and they're trying to use that for their Agenda 21 climate whole tax that they want to perpetrate and
they want
blame
the weather.
on it.
They want the weather to be just nice
for
their full moon,
global warming.
For their full moon, because the Jesuits are gathering over at St. Patrick's Cathedral to have their satanic mass for Christ's Massacre Day. So that's what they're doing. They want the weather to be just right.
Yeah, but it's not so pretty, You miss the snow and Rockefeller Plaza and everything,
and we also, speaking of Rockefeller Plaza, they're donating the tree to, I think, Humanity for Life or something, and that's what we were saying.
Today?
Today, they announced it.
I guess they knew what we were going to write about, huh?
What we said yesterday between us was that it's really also a war on trees. It's like a mass tree genocide.
It was 2 days ago.
I'm not with those eugenics, plant a tree and kill yourself people.
No.
But I do believe that we should plant more freaking trees.
Yeah, and it just seems so ridiculous. I mean, I always think it's such a kind of a sad thing for me, and I don't mean to be give guilt on anybody's freaking holiday, because I've been to many people's homes for Christmas and it's been, it looks kind of nice. But you
don't want to give guilt, but the Pope wants to condemn people.
But I mean, the tree thing is just ridiculous. I know that people say that, yeah, well, they go ahead and those are coming from farms and they get replanted. But let me just tell you, have you seen the Amazon rainforest? And you cannot say that one thing has nothing to do with another. If you take down one tree, then you got to plant 2 trees. How about that? How about not just replanting one tree in a certain amount? You population control the trees. Why is the Amazon being systematically deforestation? Deforestation. But it's just horrifying, and it's just between the animal life and the people and the organisms that have come from. That's like the original Garden of Eden. It's like right at the center of everything. It's like paradise. And so many aspects of paradise off of the Amazon are really located there. And millions of different kinds of fishes and plant life and tree life. And it's just being taken down by greed. And if there's a way to give money to fight that, I would do that in the world. Because that's really important. We need trees because trees breathe the carbon dioxide and exhale oxygen. Don't you understand? They need to be around. So
in places where I come from, like Southern California's Riverside, that's actually called the Emerald City. They actually have a policy to plant more trees. I mean, you can't get enough of trees. I mean, feels like a little desert oasis.
I wish
that's
people
what
would
it
do
is.
that.
There's so much shade around that area. It's great.
You know that the Jewish people have a holiday for that? It's called Tisha B'Av. And it's a tree planting holiday.
Yeah, speaking of Jews and trees, they also used to use hemp in the old temple. So all those fake Jews that are neocons out there, those scum that sell Monster energy drink, just basically nuclear toxic piss to people, and then try to pass off as some type of fake Dr. Stupid. Yeah, it's those people that are a detriment to society, folks.
Right. But all in all, like, my belief system has nothing to do with
Because
any
cannabis was used by rabbis, seriously.
Yeah, no, I believe that. They all
And the candles.
I'm sure the old school people.
But it's so bad for you, right? That's why they can't find any links to it ever killing anyone or even creating cancer. If anything, it's the exact opposite. It cures it.
Yeah, the same.
You want to go through the excruciating chemo.
Well, you still might have to go through it. At least it might
lessen the pain. It helps people eat.
Yeah, it helps.
During that time, I mean, it's just so many holistic remedies.
They say
you can make paper, you can make clothes. I mean, it's just an unnecessary war on hemp. I mean, I'd like to see mistletoes just all over the place made out of hemp. Then that would be a Merry
I would get
Christmas
a Christmas marijuana tree.
And that's the thing that saved our Christmas. The weed man saved our Christmas, folks. We have a very Merry Christmas over here. Lots of trees.
But that's all. My only guilt, I'm not trying to say that it's not pretty, but we saw a freaking movie, all right, and it was called Switch Christmas, and I don't know why I turned it on. I was just like, yo, I want to watch a Christmas movie because we have some work to do and just some stupid mindless stuff. So it was perfect. It was about this little kid, this little fake Jewish kid named Ira Finkelstein, and all he wanted to do was have Christmas and be Christian, and the whole thing is that he ends up begging his Hollywood supposed Jewish parents to go to Christmas Town, and he meets this kid. They both both their parents left them. The two kids are hanging out, where they're in the airport, and they switch identities. Both of them wanted to be on the other side of the grass, and they literally faked it. And it was so adorable the way the kids faked it. But what was really horrifying was the way these Lebensborn, these fake Jews, fake playing Jews. And they played the Jewish people up so bad. They always get like really ugly people. They get obnoxious people. They make Jews
they get them just making asses of themselves, singing little kids songs. I mean, stuff that
Jewish people would never do.
That's for children. You learn that in Hebrew school, and they got grown old
3-year-olds
singing something that's for
my
kids.
10-year-olds nephews would.
I mean, you knew it wasn't authentic right away. You said, "Oh, look at this Germanic Nazi Visigoth portrayal of my people and my tribe."
It was just gross, and it turns out like all those people, half of them they think are Jewish, like Gould, they don't trace to 100% Jew to me.
Yeah, I saw that guy in a Nazi movie once.
Yeah.
But check this out. You keep saying of things that are ugly. Well, check it out. It appears that Santa stabbed somebody on a bus today.
What else is new?
There was a Santa stabbing. No, Santa straight up, he took out his shank and said, "I got top bunk, homie." Bah! And he shanked a passenger.
That's messed up.
While he had a toothpick in his mouth.
That's messed up. Did you hear that whole thing? They were like stealing all the Christmas decorations from...
It must be the warm weather.
Yeah. They probably wanted to be... I think it was a Masonic thing.
And you said, of course.
State to state.
But look, listen
really
to me.
weird.
You said they're stealing decorations. It's gotten so bad, because I come from the hood. They stole my Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer off my lawn once. Those bastards. Those scum out there.
Terrible.
Yeah.
How many people cried for that, Rudolph?
Just the younglings.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
He got jacked, homie.
Got jacked in his California home.
That's right, Holmes. Yeah, he got jacked, Holmes. But
and all the other neighbors.
Anyway, check it out. You know who's not having a very Merry Christmas? It's the transgender that everybody else forgot about. And that's Chelsea Manning. Got an article here from The Guardian. Chelsea Manning spent 6 Christmas in prison with no end in sight. And, this news is great for those army psyopers that fought for Teddy Bush in Iraq, bro. He gave up secrets, dude. I'm a soldier, bro. I could have been in danger, man. Yeah, it's good for those guys. But what about the civilian population that is being illegally surveyed by these draconian, totalitarian fiends that made this kid, Bradley Manning, straight up go loopified, loopier than Bruce Jenner, who wants to be, Caitlyn Jenner, who wants to be Bruce again now. But nobody can be Bruce.
Oh,
why?
really?
I'm El Gran
He
Bruce,
wants Bruce
Mang.
He wants
Okay,
to name
you stick to
Bruiser.
you stick to Kanye, all right? You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Chelsea Manning spent 6 Christmas in prison with no end in sight. And meanwhile, you have that CIA operative, Julian Assange, who basically undermined Belarusian internet freedom. He went in there with the CIA and tried to co-opt that country. And I don't understand how Anon just loves the CIA agent Julian Assange, who's basically outed in the Illuminati card game. I mean, they put his mug right in it. But what do you think of this guy, the tranny that everybody else forgot on Christmas? It sounds like a children's book.
Again, Bruce, I was saying to you the other day, I'd like to see a picture of Madoff in jail. Who's to tell me that this guy is really in a maximum security, high quality class prison? How has anybody? They could anybody go looking for him? Oh, they made up over here. Yeah, right. You just. Oh no, we moved him over here. Oh no, they could fly these guys out. They could have used him. That guy was a plan. He wasn't even really Jewish. He was there to suck off the Jewish people and make Jews look bad, like heathens and robbers and and suckers and victims again. So he was working. He didn't give any names. I mean. The fact is he just changed his identity. They'll do a.
The fact is, this kid leaked a video of military personnel slaughtering innocent Iraqis, and then this other CIA agent profited off that video, while the other one was put in some type of MK Ultra torture program. I mean, you see this kid; he looks loopier than a bowl of Fruit Loops.
Okay,
this
so
guy,
is he
Bradley Manning?
Right? Is he still in jail? Is he
the
really
artist
in jail?
formerly known as Bradley Manning,
Right.
now Chelsea Manning?
Right, and is Chelsea really, really in jail?
I can't tell you that. I'm not a shill agent at the top of the government pyramid.
So he could be a shill to shut people
friendly
up.
Neighborhood talk show host.
He could just be a shill to shut people up.
There's a lot of those going around, aren't
you
there?
know?
There's a lot of those going around out there that they're being labeled as terrorists to watch on the terrorist watch list. Meanwhile, these are
government
pussies who can't drive in Compton without having the locks on their doors put down. But then they'll go and they'll bungee jump, or they'll do extreme sports, dude.
And the cops are watching and following them everywhere they go.
Everywhere they go.
He's scared now because they open their mouths and they talk about the Second Amendment.
You know what he is? People like that, these FBI informants in alternative media, you are pusillanimous asshats. And in the ring of Brooklyn trash can alleyways, I would kick your ass.
Yes, but we're having verbal info wars, not physical wars.
No, last week I murdered a rock, Jaja.
Yeah.
And the other week I hospitalized a brick.
Yeah, Bruce loves his wrestling, Let
me tell you something.
His name should be Bruiser.
Bruiser.
Master
Bruce
Bruiser.
the Bruiser. Let's talk about Hillary Clinton again. If she gets in, she's going to outsource even more jobs. You know that, right?
So she's a sorcerer?
Something like that, but check it out. She outsources so many jobs.
I'll get you, my petite.
Just ask Monica Lewinsky. She even outsources blowjobs.
Maybe Hillary didn't want to do a blowjob.
Speaking of blowjobs and Hillary, hey, wasn't Hillary blowing some other guy? And now it turns out that Bill gets to enjoy Hillary's daughter from afar because it's not his daughter?
This is the scoop.
Tell us about that.
This is the
That's
hot
like some
scoop.
subliminal scoop.
We found out that, really weird, that...
No, the word around the campfire.
Bill is not the father of Chelsea.
She's not my daughter. I will not Maury Popovich.
It's shocking, and we were actually shocked when we looked into it. It was a clear trace to Hillary's law firm partner. What's his name?
That one guy.
Rose.
From the Rose Law Firm.
Nelson Rose. I think, or something like that. So, yeah, so Chelsea's father, she looks just like the father. That's why she doesn't really look like Bill. And supposedly when Chelsea, we saw a montage of audio clips that every time she does refer to her parents, she says, like, like she's really about her mother. So
she only mentions her mother.
But she really mentions her mother most of the time. My mother. So the whole thing is a sham. It's a scam, and they're just head figures. It's not like you elected a couple in there. You elected an image of a couple. How about that? How about you had business partners? Maybe, I can't tell if Bill and
It's
Hillary,
Webster Hubble.
No, that's who he was related to, is Hubble. Really, the name was Hubble?
It appears Chelsea Clinton's real father is Webster Hubble.
Webster Hubble. Okay, thank you.
Backtrack on that. You didn't have the
Full
documents.
details. Yeah, the documents.
You didn't have the documents right in front of you. Webster Hubble is the alleged real father of Chelsea Clinton. And then you see, look at those ears. Look at that chin. Very Germanic. It's plain as day.
So Hubble probably had something to do with the telescope, the Lucifer, the one that the Vatican uses. So Chelsea was right when she said, "My mother should be crowned president."
That's right. Her and that Chola queen with the Sharpie eyebrows.
That was so cool. You got to see that video.
Nearly 70%.
Literally hysterical.
There's over nearly 70%. The global awakening is here. Zbigniew Brzezinski is literally shitting in his pants and diving right in because nearly 70% of Americans now say that big government is the top problem in the nation.
Nobody could do anything, though.
But you know what? I don't believe that because 70% of Americans might as well drive around in their Chevy Silverado since they don't have the Southern Cross or the Southern, just a flag, the Confederate flag anymore. They can't have it anymore. They took it away from them. Now the idiots are driving around with Trump 2016 stickers. So, I mean, that could easily be 70% of America. I mean, America has just become totally Nazified.
Yeah, and that's not a Tavistock quote. That's not a statistic.
Not at all.
It's designed by Tavistock.
Not at all. Not a psychological operation in one bit. I mean, that's just as plain as day. You see that with both your eyes.
Yeah, and I think that, not to say that everybody with this bloodline really believes in, like, eugenics, right? So that's what we have to decipher.
Yeah, the ones that don't believe in eugenics gotta disappear or die
maybe not
in expeditions.
Maybe they just don't go as far. Maybe they just get a certain limited role, or maybe they just have to keep their mouths shut no matter what, and they get a role. It doesn't matter, Only the really devious ones are the ones pushing the buttons anyway. So, who knows? I don't know. I'm not there. I wasn't invited to that party, okay? So I don't know what they say.
That's right.
I'm just a Jew on the other side. Somebody gave me a pair of glasses, Flyden. You know what happens when you decide to put a spell on a witch? It comes back to you.
Speaking of witches, Hillary Clinton has been named the worst ethics violator of 2015. What do you think of that?
The worst
ethics violator.
You know what? First of all, the whole concept of the emails can be so abstract. For me, the emails could be literally a cover-up. Huma's husband was Anthony Weiner, right? So we know that Anthony Weiner was stripping in front of little kids, or whatever, or boys, or girls, or I have stories of him with boys and of trannies, everybody, So, to me, the whole looked like they were blaming Hillary for Benghazi when Hillary is just there in the office, okay? I'm sorry, but there's a million people working around and underneath and giving orders, and she's just following orders, and she's just a spokesperson. So, at the end of the day, what to believe? I mean, did the people really die? Maybe those guys that killed up Benghazi were just black ops, and they just decided to give them a new ID, and they just said, okay, they died. Maybe those emails, Bruce, weren't really private, low-key emails. Maybe they were dirty, sex, emails between her and Huma, and they just didn't want to expose it. They know the sex scandal. Ooh, I think all these people care about is sex and drugs and parties. And they just put there and they're puppets and they read a script. I don't know how much blame is given onto this of our spokesperson, our elected spokespeople. And that's how I see them. I don't even see them as people with power. I think that there's people controlling those people, and that's what's going on. And that's the problem. It's not, I don't just say evil. Hillary's so evil. Blah, blah, blah. I don't even care. I don't even see her as that.
think
So, I mean,
Hillary
she's just an
is
activist.
a dark lord
Ooh.
of the Sith.
Yeah.
Because you know how she closed out her Democratic debate performance? She closed it out with a Star Wars reference. That evil, just Emperor Palpatine's toe jam between his toes said, "May the Force be with you." You believe that?
Yes, I do. It's because they're connected with Hollywood, and so is she. So half of her family's in Hollywood. Anyway, she's an actress. She takes it from the best. Some of her family is like win Oscars. So whatever. That's what it is. She should win an Oscar. She's just an actress.
She should win a Golden Osiris trophy. And speaking of golden things and things that shine, you want to tell our listening audience on this Festivus, Winter Solstice, Xmas. If you want to look good while you're praising whatever it is they tell you to praise, go where?
Go to Etsy.com. Right now we're having 2 50 off sales. 50 off. We got Etsy.com/shop Antique Obsessions. And you could just go to Etsy.com, type in one word, Antique Obsessions, with an S, and you'll find one of our amazing, gorgeous repoussé solid sterling and earrings, cuffs, necklaces, pearl necklaces, got ruby, emerald bracelets, straight up real gemstones.
Not
Check
the
it
kind of
out.
pearl necklaces that Bill Clinton likes to give her.
No, not the kind around her neck. Why don't you do it, Donald Trump?
What Donald Trump?
Do it, Donald Trump.
What Donald Trump said to Hillary?
Yeah.
He told her when he saw Hillary wearing her yellow dress, "Tell me, Hillary, did you dye your teeth yellow to match the dress?" Sounds like a little Jack Nicholson, too.
Yeah, that's how he does sound. But he's an actor, too, you know.
That's right.
We didn't go into Trump today.
We did not go into El Donald Trump. No,
No.
we did not, my
Trump
friend.
watch, Trump bump.
All he
bump.
did, all
The
he's doing
Trumpster.
is
Word
saying,
up.
all he's doing is being very sexually derogative towards Hitler, Mohammed Clinton.
Yeah. What? Well, why is that? Maybe because...
He's talking about her getting schlonged and whatnot by Huma. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, why? Does Huma wear the strap on? Is that it? I would think Hillary would wear the strap on.
Vivid hasn't released that video yet.
I really... Well, I was... You see what I'm saying? Maybe that's what we really think happened. See, I think that Hillary has some very provocative sex pictures, like maybe her titties, and maybe she wrote like a little, like a rhyme, you know,
oh my
like
God.
I'd like you to grab my.
You're gonna
tits
make people lose
and,
their Christmas lunch, and they've been eating so
and
much.
give it
the
a
fat
little lick
bastards.
and put your head
They're
down
gonna
between my
barf
thighs.
a whole
And,
lot. Look, GQ ranked Hillary the 5th worst person of 2015, just ahead of Bill Cosby and Jared, the pedophile from Subway. Do you think that's fair? What do you think of that? You think that's fair?
well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really believe she's as bad as they're trying to say. You know, like she's an actress, like the Wicked Witch of the West. You know, Margaret Hamilton.
You know, if you
my pretty.
That's right, and the little dog too. You know, if you superimpose, you know, the FBI has all that fun superimposed facial recognition software. You know, if you put Trump's face with Hillary's face, it's amazing how much they look alike. I mean, you see right here? Look at that.
That's funny. I'm sorry,
What did you
but
call her?
everybody wants. I don't know, but
Trump Billy.
But everybody wants to make Hillary so bad, and it's something I'm voting for. I'm not telling you I'm voting for what. It's just that. What I mean, look at Dick Cheney. Dick.
That's the real Darth Vader right there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you even compare?
I mean, George Bush was just off playing with his Game Boy in the back room. He was the one that was running the country.
Yeah, how do you compare?
Darth Cheney.
That guy would look like the Penguin. I mean, look. I'm sorry, but that guy was mad evil looking.
Nah, I think Burgess Meredith was way cooler with Dick Cheney. Dick
Yeah.
Cheney deserves to be put in front of a firing range and executed for his crimes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, literally.
Well, he looks like that. He's got that character. I mean, you know. But anyway.
Speaking of guys that they want to put in a firing range. Speaking of guys that they want to put in a firing range, you heard that McAfee? Remember that McAfee computer software?
Like,
he wants to run. He wants to run as a Libertarian Party candidate for president. He says that he's running on the LP National. He's going to announce it in 2016. What do you think of this? Didn't Bill interview this guy? And he was like running from the man.
Yeah.
McAfee.
This guy's a shill because I've had that different software and I've bought different softwares from them. And
so he's working for the NSA more than
I don't believe in their software, and I just think that they test they're just part of the weaponry testing to see how they never cleared any. I never had any Trojans in my computer ever. This is baloney. What they do is they probably put them in there and they give you reads back. I don't believe them. I'm sorry. I don't agree with these people.
Of course not, as you shouldn't. He's a politician. You're going to believe a politician? Let's do some more wordplay again. And tick. What? Politic. Policy bloodsucker. That's what they are. And really, this guy's just running from the law. So he's probably just trying to make some deal for them to just get off his ass. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm not on any.
Maybe he has some taxes he wants to write.
I'm not on any candidate's ass, but if you're going to vote for somebody, I mean, you would vote for, in my mind, Gary Johnson. But, you know, that's no chance in hell is any libertarian ever going to beat out the Pepsi and Coca-Cola Democratic Republican just bipartisan big government establishment.
Who wants that job? You have so many idiots.
I mean, that job killed out your cousin, Aaron Russo, pretty much.
He shouldn't have wanted
put the
that
coffin.
Job. He shouldn't have wanted
the
that
nail
job.
in the
Why
coffin.
did he want that job? Well, I mean, he could have been victimized. They could have been teasing him.
You have one foot in with the Illuminati if you have.
And
that
they probably
job.
said, "Hey, look, dude." They were like, "Hey, look, dude,
be.
we got something to tell you. Why don't you make a movie about it?" And they were like, they used him to get some stuff out there. I don't know, but maybe I don't know what went on. I don't know how. I don't know him to that extent because I'm not a Mason and I don't know any of that stuff that goes on behind the closed doors. I'm not as into the secret society. I know we know a lot more than we're supposed to know, but it's just pretty much what's out there.
Right.
You know.
And anything that you hear me say, folks, you can look it up for yourselves, do the information, just assimilation
let your fingers
for
do
yourself.
The walking, you know, like just check it out, and that's it. I mean, a lot of it is, it's a bit of a conspiracy because we don't have all the facts. I mean, what are the facts? The facts are coming from the media. Who owns the media? Where are the facts coming from? I mean, it's not like I have evidence in front of my hand.
I do my best with my documents,
right,
to filter through all the garbage and the Operation Mockingbird yellow journalistic crap.
Right, and they do a lot to suppress the truth and whitewash, you know, other things, duplicating, making things seem like, making fresh things seem old by repeating it. That's what Mockingbird does, and they just black out other things.
That's right.
Really amazing.
Well, we're coming to an end of this Santa equals Satan, Father Thor's Christmas holiday special, and those of you tune in, you know that we give you a barrage of topics. We're probably the most informative hour-long show on TalkStream Live, and you can listen to us live every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, on your iPad, on your iPhone, on your Android. You can listen to us live on TalkStream Live. You could go to Spreaker.com and listen to us live every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern.
That's right. That's right, Bruce. And I want to wish everybody a happy and a merry and a healthy and a safe day today. And
Christmas
don't
and
slide
New Year.
out on the road because they're messing with the ice and the wet and the dry and and just don't drink too much and drive. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Broadcasting live from the epicenter of cool. We're wrapping down. Now, before we go, Ja, what do you think of Anonymous declaring war on Turkey over ISIS? What are they going to do? They're going to hack them over death? I thought Thanksgiving was over, what are they going to do? Hack Turkey to death?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Anonymous acts like that Snicker commercial. How when they're hungry, they say stupid things.
Yes,
So
yes.
I think that
that's exactly what it is.
that draconian president of Turkey should just slap them with
Hack
a falafel.
Because
they're just a bunch of CIA agents anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, we're running out of time.
15 seconds.
Be sure to tune in every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, to the best in alternative media. This is the Bruce Montalvo Show, joined by Jaja. And don't forget,
you can donate. Well, how do you donate, Bruce?
You donate, you go to paypal.com, type in the Bruce Montalvo Show at gmail.com, or go to Conceptual Subculture on Etsy, broadcasting from Brooklyn.
That's right, everybody. Conceptual Subculture, that's etsy.com/shop/conceptual subculture. That's one word. Right. And you should check out our handmade jewelry.
One of a kind.
Yeah.
Art Nouveau, the best. Catch you on the flip side.
Peace.
You know what's nice? You could drive to Whataburger right now if you wanted to. Yeah, you could hang a Louie, talk to Reggie at the counter, and get a freshly made 100% beef double meat Whataburger with melted cheese and fresh cut veggies on a 5-inch bun. It's just the delicious freedom you have living in the land where there's Whataburger. Of course, some people aren't in that land. I wonder what they're doing right now. Probably thinking about a road trip. Good thing it's so close you can taste it. Good thing there's Whataburger.
We know you love your music, so we'll be quick. We love helping you stream the hottest music. And since you're the de facto DJ, everyone's counting on you. So we reimagined Wi-Fi and created Xfinity XFi so you can stream your favorite tunes with reliable speeds whenever, wherever. Whether you're hosting a party or doing a little spring cleaning, you can stream confidently with XFi. This is beyond Wi-Fi. This is XFi. Visit Xfinity.com/XFi to learn more.